All right, Shalom, brothers and sisters in this truth. I'm your brother Mawatu Adawan, coming to you with my first lesson in this channel. As you know me from a different name, which I'm not going to mention here because I know they're tracking me. Those channels have been suspended or deleted, so this is my first channel here. I'm coming to you with. So, Lord willing, you'll be tuning into this channel from now on. And the title of this lesson is Esau has an innate talent to be wicked. I'll repeat again. Esau has an innate talent to be wicked, meaning that Esau specialized in wickedness. But before we get started, I'd like to give all glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the teachers, elders, and apostles and brothers from Great Millstone. To the brothers out there that are putting out this truth fearlessly daily. And to you brothers and sisters that are tuning in, Shalom. And we're going to go into this. Well, basically, it was this news feed that came to me. New York City announces first in the nation job mandate for private companies. Now, we already know in the headlines, what Biden came with a couple of months ago. And, these companies, big corporations all across America had started the process. And you know what? A lot of people, bow down to the mandate, especially when Biden came around the second time, because he got a little spanking from the little cave devils hiding in their hellhole, well, actually in their luxury holes there, and tell them, hey, go get it done. So now I'm going to go into this article, but before we get started here, I want you to understand that there's a two-part to this. One, there's the docile of the Edomite. They've become very submissive, and I'm going to read the precept for that. And then you also have the rebellion of Jake, okay? And the rebellion of Jake is towards Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and we're going to go into what goes into that. So let's start off with the book of Deuteronomy 30:7. And it says, "And the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, thy power, but put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecute thee. And thou shalt return and obey the voice of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and do all his commandments which I command thee this day." Now, the first part, verse 7, put all these curses on the enemies. It's talking about the rest of these nations, in particular, these Edomites, okay? These so-called white people, all right? And you're seeing right now they become very submissive. There is absolutely no type of retaliation, no type of, major demonstration, the way we did back in the 60s and throughout the other decades here. Nothing. I mean, they're just walking and obeying. Why? Because that's the spirit of Yahweh Shemai Shai putting it into them to be obedient, okay, to this wickedness. And they're going to suffer, okay, because of that. And it is also putting the spirit in Jake, okay, the 2/3 that are cut off, to do wickedness and to continue in their folly in this wicked kingdom, not understanding what is to come to them for being that wicked. Before I move into this article, I'm going to bring out 2nd Ezra 69, and it says 69, and it says, "And they that consent unto them shall be in derision and in reproach and trodden under foot." And we know the rest of these other tribes that are over here in Great Babylon are going to follow whatever the white man says. That's just the way it is, okay? But they prosper, okay? They have no reason not to resist, okay? But Jake, who has Stockholm Syndrome, continue to follow through. Because why? Well, we're going to get into that a little bit later. Okay, they're enjoying themselves and being wicked here in Babylon. Okay, continuing verse 17, it says, "For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord Yahweh Shai." Now, let's bring this over to this article here. We're going to go into this article and then go into some more precept here. And so as you can see here, it says, New York City announces first in the nation job mandate for private companies. Nothing new. Okay, now this de Blasio guy goes on and, he gives the brief, which I'm not going to play because some of you have probably seen this before, whatever the case like that. But what's very interesting, okay, and you see, Jake don't read. And, that's the reason why I always say if you want to hide something, you hide in a book from a nigga, even with the age of electronic right now, where you have the words on the screen. Literally, you can press a button and it'll actually talk for you. These niggas don't want to follow through. Why? They're busy walking with their saggy pants down and believe that they're invincible here because $2 is some change is jingling in their pocket. Now let's take a look at what this guy says here. Today, at New York Mayor, I announced a major new job policies, and he goes on here and talks about a job mandate for private sector workers. The mandate will take effect on December 27th. So that's basically right after Christmas, Slakia. Basically right after Christmas. Okay. So more guidance coming in the next couple of weeks. So it's going to affect 184,000 businesses. Now, that's not the case right now. Let's take a look at it. It says so far, 94% of municipal employees have gotten their job, officials said. Now, municipal means that they're working for the state, they're working for the city. That's your job. Usually you see your mama, your big mama Eve, them, with the weave and the wigs on. They work at the city hall. They're the ones who deal with the license, marriage certificate, or your license for your property, all those different things like that. Now, those jobs tend to pay mid-range between $40,000 to like $70,000 at the high end when you get in their retirement after 20 or 30 years. Okay, so this is where Jake working a lot of these doggone jobs, because why? They don't require really, high level of education or skills. They're very clerical, and this is why you see a lot of, you go to New York, you see a lot of these Eves. They're so proud. Girl, I got me a job, I got me a career, I work for the city. So now you're gonna see how this devil works. Okay, that's the reason why I said he has an innate passion. Okay, Esau has an innate talent to be wicked. Now let's take a look at some of these numbers here. I don't know if you can see this. Let me see if I can bring this up even more to you. Let's bring this up. I don't know why this freaking faggot doggone thing there is playing there. And Esau, I'm always fucking putting some fucking bullshit there in the way. Anyways, let's take a look here. And I'm bringing it up a little closer to you. Now, look at it. It's here. Some are raising questions about whether it will slow the return to Manhattan's central business district, which is crucial to the city's economy. In the Bronx, with 15% unemployment, 20% of the residents will no longer be able to work on December 27, including 44%, 44, percent of black young adults as a result of de Blasio mandate for the private sector. Now, they went through all the trouble of breaking this down. And this is where you look at this with spiritual eyes. People don't understand like this. 44% of young black adults. Okay. Now remember, I read 2nd Esdras 69 says, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and reproach and trodden underfoot. Now see, a lot of Jakes already fell for this. Okay. And a lot of them are going to fall for this, thinking that they now have their back against the wall. Now, when you take a look at this, they went through great detail. They even put this out in the media, but they talk about the unemployment, and they make sure they mention black. Okay, black. They don't mention 10% Asian. They don't mention 30% or 15% white or Indians or any of the other ethnic groups are there. No, they make sure they mention black, because that tells you right away who the target really is. This whole scheme has been about the children of Israel, okay? And this is where they're going to trap black. So here it is. They even pin a Excel spreadsheet in here to show you the unemployment and all that stuff. Look here, New York State, New York City, the Bronx, Kings, New York, Queens. Who lives in these areas? The so-called blacks, okay? Now, let's go into the book of, this is Isaiah 3, and when it says, for behold, the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, does take away from Jerusalem and Judah does stay of bread, Salakia, the stay and the staff, the whole stay of bread and the whole stay of water. Now, this has been a promised judgment, okay? This has been a promised judgment that is going to be coming to Israel. Why? Because Israel have been wicked. And right now, Jake, right now, have all their trust in Esau. Because why? Esau has always been providing. But this is now going to be where the devil is saying nothing is for free. Okay? So this is now going to get into that problem right now, because those who are going to resist are going to find out that you're not going to have your little city job. That's the reason why they make sure they mention 44%. I don't know why that hyperlink keep going on with that shit. Okay? And let's go into the book of Zechariah 13. Where it said, and it shall come to pass that in the land, said the Lord Yahweh Shemeshah, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. And this is going to repeat itself all over the place. You know why? Take a look at this. Okay. If I think you're going to see a lot of people embrace it, you're going to see a lot of people make the decision, it's time to get jabbed, he replied. I really think we're going to see this actually help ultimately. Okay. Now, what they're looking at here, and this really really got into it, is where they said, okay, that they would like to see this go around to all the cities in America. They think that if everybody if they go around the cities of America, and if all the mayors and all the governments agree, that now people cannot hop from company to company. So what they realize is that people will jump in from cities, jumping from states, go into different companies, and that's how they were escaping this mandate. And now what New York has done is to create that trap, and they've actually sent this blueprint out. So based on how this works for New York, this is now going to be duplicated in all these other states, okay, around these cities, where the mayor and the local government have the authority to mandate that in those particular towns and cities. So I can guarantee you this is going to come in San Francisco next, Los Angeles, and possibly San Diego, okay? And not to mention all these other big cities where the mayor can now mandate those things like that, especially in those areas where you have a lot of businesses. And that is what basically they went into inside this article, okay, to trap Jake and to trap everybody else. Now, I said this is in two parts because the Edomites are docile. We haven't seen nothing from them yet. Nothing. Maybe a couple little marches and stuff, but they have nothing. They haven't done anything. Okay? Nobody's crying out loud or anything like that. Now, Jake, on the other hand, this is going to stir Jake up. This is going to stir Jake up. Because Jake does one thing that Jake does, and one thing that Jake has is one thing these two turrets have is really they have no discipline whatsoever, ever. Okay, and they lack response to authority. Okay, and when I say response to authority, I'm talking about humbling themselves before Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, humbling themselves before the teachers and elders and apostles of great millstones, and likewise brothers who are bringing out this truth. We've been out there in the damn world. We know how wicked this man is. Many of us have worked for this man. We know how wicked this man is. Okay? Let's continue. This is Zechariah 13, starting with verse 9. It said, I will bring the two-pod through the fire and refine them. Salakia. I will bring the teripod through the fire and will refine them as silver is refined. Meaning it's going to bring that hopeful elect, that one third right now that's waking up to this truth. I will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. And I will say, it is my people. And they shall say, the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, is my power. Okay? Our people don't want to know the name. Okay? They want to get in the team by IUICISUPK. What's the other one there? What is that? Adam Abed and all these other guys that you go on their channels, they get like about 40,000, subscribers. They never get strikes and all that stuff. They wear fringes t-shirt. And really their way of prophesying is a stand up when they see an Edomite walk by to go, hey white man, come over here. Or hey Chinese man, come over here, and talk and shame them and just show them exalting themselves, showing these people who obviously don't know the scriptures and don't even know that they're going to die, how much they know the Bible and all this other stuff. And hey, look at this poster. So they're not all for the edification. And that's why you go in there. If you actually just spy on their chat, in their live feed, it's out of order. The women are talking and they got a smiley face and laughing. It's a giggle. And they even now have it the way they put Great Millstone, subscribers are coming over here. Well, you know what? We already know, okay, that a lot of people looking at this is for a comedy show. They're looking to get entertained, and that's fine. That's their business. Go and get into that. Take it as a joke. Take it as a joke. But if your name isn't written in that book, you are going to die on this side. That's why we are the hopefully elect. We are doing what we can do to spread this ministry. Okay, this ain't no damn joke. I don't know how much ass whipping Jake needs to get by this doggone man to understand this man is going to kill you. You don't believe it? Let's go. Let's go into this. Let's go into 1 John chapter 2, starting with verse 15. It says, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him, which is what these two thirds are into, this world. Okay, they can't get out of being exalted. I just saw a video the other day with Rihanna. She got exalted out in Tobago or Barbados, wherever the hell she's from. by the prime minister there, and she walked up there with a mini dress, which she had to keep holding down to go on the stage to go accept this award in front of a bunch of the dignitaries in her own land. So this woman can't even start being a whore. She's dressed up like she's going to a damn strip club, man. And she knew what she was going there for. So that just tell you the mindset of these whores, man. The Jakes them and Eve them. Okay, continuing. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes, the wells, get what Esau can give you, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of Yahweh Shemashai abideth forever. And that's what we are here for. We see in the world, there is nothing to get. There is not a damn thing to get. There is nothing in this world to get. Seriously. Okay? There is nothing to get. Okay? Now, we're going to see the fact that this is going to go, when you go back in 2nd Ezra 16 and start with verse 7, he said, for there should be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. And that's these Edomites and these other nations pissed off at us. Because, see, we're not going to comply. Okay? We're not going to comply ever. And see, they don't like that. That's the reason why they take off your YouTube channel. You go speak loud. You speak loud. They take your channel down. They now accusing us of hate. And that's the new thing right now. They're coming at you now. See, YouTube, these YouTube dumbasses don't have any imagination. Okay? So now they have channels with trillions of friggin' doggone hate stuff, murder of Jakes, all the other different things. I mean, some of the most decrepit, wickedest ass things that you can even begin to imagine is on YouTube. Okay? With no age verification. But we put it out there, and because the words are coming out of the mouths of the so-called black man who is not willing to be a nigger in this society, they don't like it. So they'll take your channel down like that, And I didn't send, for the previous channel, I didn't send a request or looking to, hey, can you reinstate it or appeal? I wasn't appeal. I sent a letter. I'm telling you, you're full of shit. I'm not going to bow to you. Fuck it. I'm not appealing to your ass, man. I'm just telling you, you're full of shit and you're a hypocrite. And I'm going to be very joyous when how about you try to put this country down and put your ass to death. We already know what y'all going to plan to do with us, and we already know what is going to happen to you all when y'all try it. Now let's go into the book of Luke 6:22, and it says, blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company, and shall reproach you, and cast out your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake. And we already know right now they're trying to get these fake Hebrew Israelites. They call them black. Okay, I mean, right off the back, you can look at our skin color and look at the color black. So how dumb can these doggone see? And that's the reason why they are going to get. That's why they're going to be great drones during the 1,000-year reign. Okay, Esau is going to be so dumb, and we're going to beat you 6 days a week. Okay, 6 days a week. You're going to work. Okay, I'm hoping it's 7 days a week until you just drop dead, reincarnate again, and come back again. All right. Now we know that they're on a demonizing campaign right now against us. Okay, we know that. We know some of us are going to get pulled out of our house in handcuffs and taken into court and accused of a lot of different things, and they will lose. They may get some of us on the guillotine and chop our head off, and we know that's going to be the case. We know we're not going to have our homes. We're going to be homeless. And that's why we've been warned not to love the world, because we understand that they are going to come and take away whatever little that you have, and they're going to do it in Esau's fashion, where they kick your door down and terrorize you and throw you out. So be prepared for that day. Whether you're an elderly person in this truth, or whether you are a young person, nice and strong in this truth, male or female or children, that is what Esau is going to do. So we understand that Esau has an innate talent to be wicked. Okay, an article I just read just talked about it. And Jake, who doesn't understand, that this de Blasio campaign that he did in New York City is going to be duplicated all over this country. And where do Jake mostly live? In the ghettos of these doggone city, because it's convenient to get on the bus, it's convenient to get on the train. Okay, and it's convenient you can sit around the corner, smoke dope grass, whatever whoring crap that you're doing, and for the liquor store. So they live around these areas, and these cities are going to follow suit, because it says so right here in this article, and I will post this inside the link to this, and you can read it yourself. Okay, that this is the blueprint Okay. For them to bring this out. So with that, I hope you were edified. I know it wasn't an eloquent speaking, but bringing it out. We see something, and that's what we do as watchmen. We bring it out. Okay, and I like to close out with giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the teachers, elders, and apostles and brothers from Great Millstone, to the brothers out there that are putting on the truth fearlessly daily, and to your brothers and sisters that are tuning in. Shalom. Stay in this truth.